प्रपद्ये सुतरसितरसे नमः अग्ने त्वं पारयानव्यो अस्मान् स्वस्ति विरति दुर्गाणि विश्वा पूष्ट पृथ्वी बहुलान उर्वे भवातोकायतनयाय शय्यो विश्वानिनो दुर्गः जातवेदः सिन्धुं ननाव दुरितादिपर्षे अग्ने अत्रिवन्मनसा गृणानोऽस्माकं बोध्यविदातनूनाम् पृतनाजितगुं सहमानमुग्रमग्निगुं हुवेम परमा तदस्तात् स नः परिषदति दुर्गाणि विश्वाक्ष्यामद्देवो अधिदुरितात्यग्निः प्रत्नोषिकमेद्यो अध्वरेषु सनाच्च होता नव्यश्च सक्से स्वाञ्चाग्ने तनुवं पिप्रयत्स्वास्मभ्यञ्जसौ भगवायजस्व गोभिर्जुष्टमयुजो निषिक्तं तवेन्द्रविष्णोरनुसञ्जरेम नागस्य पृष्ठमभि संवसानो वैष्णवीं लोकमिहमादयन्ताम् कात्यायनाय विद्महे कन्याकुमारि धीमहि तन्नो दुर्गिः प्रचोदयात् स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम् न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
Sani pa ma ni pa ma ga sa ga ma మధురం Pari-purna कलियुग अवतारी भगवन् कलियुग अवतारी भगवन् श्री सत्य साई 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 कलियुग अवतारी भगवन् श्री सत्य पालित जन मंगलकारी पालित जन मंगलकारी पावन चित्रांगन विहारी पालित जन मंगलकारी पावन चित्रांगन विहारी पालित जन मंगलकारी पावन चित्रांगन विहारी कलियुग अवतारी भगवन् श्री सत्य साई कलियुग अवतारी भगवन् श्री सत्य साई गमगदामानि गमगनि सरि गरि निरि गमगमदामगरि सनि कलियुग अवतारी भगवन् श्री सत्य साई प्रेम सुधापुरं सेव सौन्दर्य भासितं कलियुग अवतारी भगवन् श्री सत्य साई Shri Sathya Sai Sa Ni Da Ma Ga Re Sa Ni Sa 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 Ni Da Ga Ga Ni Re Ni Da Ma Ga Re Sa Ma Ga Pa Ga Ma Da Ni Da Ni Ga Ri Da Ma Ga Ma Sa Ri Ni Sa Ga Ni Ga Ri Ma Ga Ri Ni Da सत्य साई अवतार वैभवम् सत्य साई अवतार वैभवम् नित्यनूतनं सत्य सनातनं सत्य साई अवतार రామ సేవ మరి దీన జన సేవయే కర్మయోగం చైతన్య రాఘవానం సత్య సాయి అవతారం మా పని పని మపమ సారి మరి సరి సరి మపమ పసని పరి సరి సని పసాని పమ పరి సత్య సాయి అవతారం నాద బ్రహ్మ సాయి సంకీర్తనమే కలిలో ముక్తి మార్గం సత్య సాయి అవతారం పమరి మప్పని పమరి మప్పని సరి పమరి మప్పసని సమరి నిరి సపసని మని పమరి పమని సని పమరి సత్య సాయి అవతారం భావరాగ తాళ మేళన భజనానందమే భక్తి మార్గం సత్య సాయి అవతారం నీమా పరి మాస నిపమ పరి సరి నిపసని నిసమరి మా నిపసని నిసప మరి సరి పమరి సత్య సాయి అవతారం సోహం 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 ఎరుకయే జ్ఞానం అను అనుగుణలిందు కనుగొనుటే జ్ఞాన మార్గం సత్య సాయి అవతారం పని పమ పని పని పమరి సరి సమరి పమని పసని మా పని సరి మా మరి సరి ని పని మరి సరి ని పమరి సరి మ సరి సని ప సమరి పరి సని పమరి మరి సత్య సాయి అవతారం కలుషిత కలి మానవ మేధాహం కృతి దూరీకరణం కులమత దేశాతీత విశ్వజనీన సత్య పద నిర్దేశనం సాయి మహితోద్యమం సత్య సాయి అవతారం ప్రీ సతి నిసర్వి మరి సని సని సా నిపమ నిపమ నిపని నిపమ పని సని సా పసని సరి మరి మారి సని పని సరి పమ మా పమరి
Om Shri Sai Ram. With most humble, reverential pranams at the divine lotus feet of our Lord and Master Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, I stand before you on behalf of the Board of Trustees and the millions of devotees on this very moving and auspicious day. I would like to begin with a prayer. Om Namo Pranavarthaya Shuddha Gnaneka Murtaye Nirmalaya Prashantaya Sri Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Gurave Sarvalokanam Bishaje Bhavaroginam Nidaye Sarva Vidyanam Sri Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Sai Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Revered elders, honored guests, Sri Ramesh Kumar Garu, Honorable Minister from the Government of Karnataka, Sri Pelle Raghunath Reddy Garu, Honorable MLA from the Puttaparthi constituency, my fellow trustees, dignitaries, fellow devotees. I have deliberately not referred to any invitees because more than once I have had the good fortune of exchanging these words with Bhagavan in our conversations with him. Many times when there is a festival coming around the corner and we were here for Swami's darshan, Swami would always remind us to say, you know, on such and such a day, there is a festival in your house. So we'll be wondering, why is Swami reminding about festival in our house? And then he will say, this is your house. So you have to be in your house for your festival, celebrating it for yourself. This is how Swami always put it. So all of us are gathered here because we have come to our house. We have come to Swami's house. All of us feel that when we come here, we are coming to our own house and we are not going to any new place or some stranger's house where we need invitation. Just in the same way, when we go to our house, we don't need any invitation to come and sit down, to make ourselves at home. We always do everything that is needed for ourselves to make ourselves at home in this place. So I'm sure all of you are here with the same feeling. And why have we come here today? This is to mark a very important day. The important day is so well etched in my brain and in others' minds. The day that Swami decided to take Mahasamadhi 6 years ago. It was right in the heart of summer, and after having been in the hospital for a number of days, finally Swami decided that it is time for his body to be left alone and for his spirit to merge in the world. Now the day on which God had descended is very important for us. The day on which God ascended from here is equally important for us. It is the day which marks the end of an avatar in physical form, and it is a reminder to us that he came here and spent this 85 years amidst us for some very important reason. I cannot but resist quoting what Swami said. I have come to light the lamp of love in your hearts, to see that it shines with added luster. I have not come to speak for any religion or to collect followers for any doctrine. I have come to tell you the universal unitary faith, the Atmic principle, the path of love, the duty of love, the obligation of love. To remind us of ourselves and the role that we have to play. And I unquote. If you reflect deeply on this, it becomes very clear and apparent that Swami was not here for any religion. Swami was here for you and me, for each one of us to be guided by him, to be held by hand and taken step by step towards the goal that we are supposed to go. I'm sure many people who are in this audience, their mind will resonate with instances when Swami physically held their hand. Swami held their hands through their difficult times. Swami guided them through their difficult situations. Swami was with them when they were celebrating the happiness in their families. That is what Swami was to all of us. There was not a single occasion in our lives when Swami was not with us. Even though we were not physically in the proximity of Bhagwan, he was always with us. Now, for those of us who feel like this and who experience Bhagwan in this fashion, many times I'm traveling, and when I'm in the course of my travel, suddenly my mind moves to Puttaparthi. And I'm completely immersed in something that is happening here. Of course, today with modern tools, you can physically be here also. You can see what is happening here live and things like that. Even when you're not that, and you're quietly sitting and contemplating, suddenly somebody comes to me and says, tell me something about Puttaparthi. So what I'm saying is that this is a constant, all the time experience that we have. I mean, in the most unexpected things, sitting in the Advocates Association, sometimes somebody comes and asks me. Sitting inside a courtroom, somebody comes and asks me, tell me a little bit about Swami, what is happening in Puttaparthi. These constant reminders of Swami is always there with us. Now, after his sojourn in this earth, Swami has left us physically. But we have the holy precincts here because Swami said that I am from Puttaparthi, I will be in Puttaparthi, and this is going to be my permanent abode. Now that Swami is resting amidst us and we have the holy Samadhi, Mahasamadhi right in front of us, what is it that we need to do? This function is called Aradhana. It is a very important reason why it is called Aradhana. Aradhana literally means worship, and worship of a higher level. Just an ordinary worship is called puja. But an Aradhana is something far higher than that. It is adoration. It is something greater than just ritualistic worship. It is a merger of our thought, word and deed into the great Guru of ours who has been here as a living example of what is good, what is nice, what is beautiful for all of us to follow. Now this is the idea of the Aradhana Mahotsavam. And what did Swami say? He said, give, give, give. He never asked you to give your money, he asked you to give your love, he asked you to give your heart, he asked you to give your thought in seva. That's exactly what Swami has done. And why has Swami set up all these institutions? Swami did not need Sathya Sai Seva organization, he did not need the central trust, he did not need any of us to do anything. But nevertheless, he called you, he gave you a task, he told you, you have to do this. It was not easy for Swami to do it himself, but he wanted you to do it because you had to be guided on the path towards God. And Swami wanted us to realize that when we do something which Swami wants us to do and go on the path that he treads, we are going towards God. And that's why in this quote that I just now gave you, Swami clearly says, I am not here to preach any religion. I am here to show you what is universal love. And that is exactly what we need to do. The last 1 year have seen a number of changes. We have had successes, we have had our trials, tribulations, and the whole world is changing in such a rapid manner. The trustees of the Central Trust have tried to do everything within their means to ensure that Prasanthi Nilayam and all the activities that Bhagwan started are going on as smoothly as ever and as beautifully and well conducted as ever. All of you who visit Prasanthi Nilayam often will realize that all the major festivals have been celebrated here with such festive atmosphere and fervor, with new devotees joining us, that it is always a pleasure for us to come here, spend a few days in quiet contemplation in the presence of the Lord. This is the first. The second is a number of developmental activities that have been done. And on this occasion, I have great pleasure on behalf of the trustees to make an important announcement. And that important announcement is that Swami was very, very keen on Aradhana. You know, he wanted the students to go to the villages and give food to the villagers. That transformed itself into the form of a Grama Seva. But Swami was always keen that when you go to somebody, you have to feed the poor. So keeping that in mind, the trustees have decided to set up a new facility inside the ashram, which is being constructed, where every day free food is going to be served to any visitor who comes to Prasanthi Nilayam and participates in the programs in Kulwant Hall. This program is likely to start most probably by Bhagwan's grace and blessing on Guru Purnima Day in this year. There is number of developments that are happening around, and one thing I must advert to and then conclude. There have been a number of repeated requests to us from devotees all over the world to throw some light and clarify about what is Swami's activities and what is the activities of other people who are claiming to be Swami's followers and doing certain activities outside of Prasanthi Nilayam, like in Mudenhalli and other places. The trustees have been deliberating over it quite a bit, and we feel that Swami's message to us was that you do your duty well. Don't worry about what other people are saying and doing. We have followed that scrupulously, and we have not taken any decision except when it became legally necessary in some legal issue. Other than that, we have not joined issue. But the social media and other campaign that is being launched is disturbing a lot of devotees. And therefore, the trustees have decided and requested the member secretary of the trust, Mr. Chakravarti, to come out with a statement of what actually happened, what is Swami's message, what is the origin of Swami, and till now what his activities are. So today, a video which is going to be uploaded on the website of Radio Sai will give you the entire historical background and perspective of Swami, his initial days, his message, and how the trust is going to go forward. This is more or less to set the record straight. I would like to conclude with a prayer to Bhagwan. Bhagwan, we pray to you, firstly, to bless all those people who are not physically here, but who are in their mind and spirit here, connected to you, to have another wonderful year till the next Aradhana day. We pray to you to give us the equanimity to accept those whose role is different, whose path is different, who are not on the righteous path. We pray to you, Bhagwan, to give us the courage of conviction to go on the path that we have taken, to grow in our devotion, to do our personal sadhana, irrespective of in what situation we are placed, to give us the strength to have faith and devotion in you, to pray to you to increase our devotion, to increase the bondage that we feel among the devotees when we come to Prasanthi Nilayam. And lastly and most importantly, please hold our hand, take us step by step towards the ultimate goal, and that is self-realization and realization of God. Jai Sai Ram.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Offering our most humble salutations at the divine lotus feet of our most beautiful master, Bhagwan Shri Sathya Sai Baba. On behalf of all present here and all the millions who are connected with their hearts to Prasanthi Nilayam today, we once again pray to Bhagwan adding on to the prayer that Brother Naganand made, that Bhagavan may bless us with peace, happiness, so that in that environment of peace and happiness, we can practice what He has asked us to practice. Dear brothers and sisters, indeed, today is a very eventful day. And I would say this in a very positive sense. People say today is the day when Bhagavan left his mortal coil. But no, He can never leave us, because that's what He has always told us. He's with us all the time. And today, listening to the Sai Pancharatna Kritis, it was a beautiful rendition that brings forth before us the entire persona of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. And how beautifully it ends, brothers and sisters, is a thought that crossed my mind as I was listening and trying to understand from the booklet which is made today. And the last, when they ended, I cannot read it in the dialect, but the English translation says, Sai's principles have taken shape in a grand manner, turning the earth into a land of righteousness and the entire world into one family by spreading its effulgence in all directions. The grandeur of Sathya Sai is unique, ceaseless, and infinite, is the conclusion of the Sai Pancharatna Kirtis. As the All India President, I take this opportunity to congratulate all my brothers and sisters who rendered this most beautifully. And I would offer a prayer to Bhagavan that by next year when we come, not only there will be many, many more who will join the singing of the Sai Pancharatna Kirtis, but we will pray to Bhagavan that He guides us, that throughout the country at this time next year, everybody will be singing the Sai Pancharatna Kirtis throughout the country. It's something that was also the wish of Professor Venkatraman, and I'm sure we assure him that we will fulfill this, because there is nothing better than singing the glory of Sai in the form that it has been composed today. Yes, this also brings us to another situation. When you listen to a kirtana like this and get to the adoration of the Master, you miss Him. You miss every movement of His. And for those who say we don't, we may be lying to ourselves, because for all those who have seen the physical form of the Master, it is impossible to forget what the form is. But you will miss Him. But then there are others also who will miss Him, because those who haven't seen Him also are here today at the divine precincts of Prasanthi Nilayam, and they also will miss Him. For us who have seen Him and we miss Him, let's remember the beautiful vision when Bhagavan walks in from that gate. The minds are full of turmoil, but as the music starts and Bhagavan's beautiful form walks in from that gate, everything vanishes. The mind vanishes, and you and he and I all become one with Bhagavan. This is the gift that memory must carry for all those who miss Him on the physical form. Because that's what He did it for 80 years. He did this only for us to see that one day we will remember those blissful moments that we enjoyed for half an hour in this precinct and carry it for the 24 hours of our life, is the message for those who miss Him in the physical form. And for those who haven't seen Him in the physical form, and those who are now going to be here, this Samadhi is a great resplendent and a great inspiration for all of those who haven't seen Him. Because in the Sai Pancharatna Kirti, there is another verse which I loved so much, and that they said is, realizing that I am that with every breath is the true knowledge, and finding you in every atom is a path of knowledge for all those who haven't seen Him in the physical form. You stand before the Samadhi here. This is a breathing Samadhi, where His breath of Sai merges with the breath that you breathe in front of Him, and the Soham mantra takes you on the path of spirituality for that. So for both who have seen Him and for those who haven't seen Him, this Samadhi, this precinct, this Prasanthi Nilayam is the guiding light for all those for reaching the divine lotus feet. Is definitely a path that we do that. Amazing part of this also is the great little verse that I read earlier also, which said that He is an epitome of love. And what does it, this beautiful day must concretize, is the action. Bhagavan used to always tell us that words are not enough. Words must be backed by action at every moment. And therefore, this is the day when you commit to action. The Sathya Sai Seva organization has recently culminated a month-long sadhana of giving and forgiving throughout the length and breadth of this country, culminating today. There would be hundreds and thousands of devotees who would have tried to practice how to forgive, how to forget, and how to give out of love. Because it is only the message of Bhagwan Shri Sathya Sai Baba that empowers man to love like no man has ever loved. And that is the beauty of the message of Bhagwan Shri Sathya Sai Baba. Today in the world, brothers and sisters, man needs love, unconditional love. And it is only the devotees of Bhagwan Shri Sathya Sai Baba who have felt him in their hearts are capable of giving this unconditional love to mankind which nobody else gives. And the solution to all problems is nothing but unconditional. And women had placed their divine lotus feet this sankalpa that they would tackle 900 schools throughout the country. And I'm very happy to report, brothers and sisters, that out of the 900, we've reached a figure nearly of 834 by this June, and 834 schools will be covered. ...672 schools have nearly reached completion. Another 150 odd are going to reach fruition and commence their path to completion by the July of 2017. And as we envisage and estimate, what's going to happen is that the number of student beneficiaries is going to cross 174,000 throughout the length and breadth of this country. The number of teachers that would be touched is around 8,219. And if we add on the families, that the love of Bhagwan will be reached by the instrumentation of these young men and women throughout the country, is going to touch nearly 360,000 people. The Sevadal and the young people involved in this entire program have touched the magic figure of 5,000 young men and women put up in this job. I think this is a remarkable feat where the inspiration of love can do. The only thing that can achieve this is nothing else but the inspiration of Bhagwan Shri Sathya Sai Baba, who motivates people to do this job. Throughout the length and breadth of this country, I wish to share with you that if you ever get a chance to travel the length and breadth of this motherland, Bharat, please do so. Go everywhere, every corner, and you will find that Bhagwan Shri Sathya Sai Baba is fully in action in every corner of this country, motivating people throughout the length and breadth of the country. Whether it's a young farmer in the Himachal Pradesh, whether he's a young farmer there in Manipur or in Kerala or in Karnataka, anywhere in this country, you will find, irrespective of any organization, irrespective of any trust, as Brother Naganand mentioned, Bhagwan is in direct touch with every devotee throughout the length and breadth of this country, is the beauty of the avatar of Bhagwan Shri Sathya Sai Baba. I would not like to say anything more. I just want to share with you a very short film. I request you to see that film. I request that the film be shown of the beautiful work that is happening in all the schools throughout the length of this country. It's a video worth watching, and that will speak volumes of what the love has inspired people to do in this young men and women who are involved in this program. Can we have the video, please?
Om Sri Sai Ram. Sri Sathya Sai Vidya Jyoti is a national initiative by Sri Sathya Sai Seva Organizations, India. The primary goal of this project is to enhance the ecosystem of 900 needy schools. And through this project, we wish to achieve the following three objectives. 1. Inspire and inculcate values in children. 2. Unite all Vibhags under one project with one national agenda. 3. Engage newcomers in national development work, and through this expose them to Swami's message of love and service. This is a comprehensive project involving multiple Vibhags of our organization, conducting multifarious activities and catering to multiple stakeholders. This is implemented over a period of 2 years in 4 phases, which include energize, empower, equip, and evolve. Let us now zoom into what happens in just one of the 900 schools. This particular school is located in a small, needy village in Indore district in Madhya Pradesh. Sri Sathya Sai Vidya Jyoti focuses on 7 stakeholders: child, teacher, school, management, villagers, government, and Sevadal. Our project focus is not on the syllabus, but on inculcating values in children. Our methods include silent sitting, storytelling, group activities, prayer, and group singing. Through these methods, we bring about a positive change in the physical, emotional, and spiritual development of the child. Typically, the Bal Vikas class runs after school hours on Saturdays for about 90 minutes. To ensure holistic development of the child, we teach life skills and focus on other extracurricular activities like sports, painting, music, arts and crafts. A teacher from this school told us she wishes that this project expands multifold and that people leverage the wealth of knowledge that this project brings and benefit from it. On a monthly basis, we conduct complete health checkup for the children. Specializations include dental, ophthalmology, skin, and general checkup. One of the visiting doctors shares, when he took up this medical seva, he experienced it as divine work. He said that children were always dear to God. And when he engaged in this type of work, he got the feeling that he was making an offering at his lotus feet. For medical and nutritional purposes, we also developed Child Health Card. We offered Sai protein packets and observed positive results. For the overall development of the child, the school management played a vital role. Timely involvement of the management, constant reviews, and counseling helped in this process. We noticed that school management devoted more time and observed that at school and at home, the children were experiencing a loving environment. Door-to-door visits to the homes of the children is also part of this project plan. We saw encouraging results. One of the mothers shared this with us. Ever since the Sai Ram people have come here, I see a lot of change in my children's behavior. They have learned good things. They wash their hands before eating, and there is a good feeling. And they pray before eating. They have been hygienic. They wash their clothes regularly. They are studying well too. Cleanliness is next to godliness. This activity is being implemented by the youth of our organization. Under this program, cleaning of toilets, painting walls, and grooming children are being implemented in a heartfelt manner. And we are getting good cooperation from all quarters. What you have seen is not a story of just one school in the middle of India. It is an inspiring story being replicated in 900 schools across India. Till date, volunteers have been visiting hundreds of schools offering Bal Vikas classes, value-based training, winning children's hearts, skill building, life skills, engaging them through play, teacher training, parental counseling, energizing college youth, personal grooming, distribution of school supplies, distribution of school bags, teaching them social responsibility, medical camps, child health cards, identifying and fixing school infrastructure, drinking water projects, construction of new school blocks, and environmental awareness. Swami, we are grateful to you for having given us this enormous opportunity to be part of this national level transformation project. We are grateful for the opportunity to share our love with lakhs of children. We are grateful for allowing us to empower several thousand teachers. We are grateful for being able to collaborate with thousands of our own Sevadal members. And Swami, we are enormously grateful for the opportunity to nationally impact the ecosystem of 900 schools across India. Sai Team Vidya Jyoti is indeed an example of pure love. This project unites all the wings of our organization, children of the school, management and teachers, and new volunteers in the National Building Initiative. This is verily Swami's love flowing through us to the children. Jai Sai Ram.
In conclusion, the only way we can show gratitude to our beloved Master is through service. If we say we love the Master, that love must transcend and must transmit into seva and service. The call is to all the young men and women, join into seva, because through service is through salvation. That's what the Master has told us. With these few words, we seek Bhagwan's blessings on all the young men and women, on all the state presidents of the Sathya Sai organization, the Seva Dal, the young men and women, and may Bhagwan give them all the strength. Jai Sai Ram. And now the finale. Nothing can replace the divine nectar and words of our beloved Master. I now pray to Bhagwan to grant us his divine discourse. Jai Sai Ram.
Embodiments of divine love. అమూల్యమైన కాలమును అర నిమిషమైన కూడాను వృధా చేయరాదు. We should not waste even a fraction of a second of the most valuable time. నమ్ముకుని జీవన్ని జీవము సత్యమని తమ యొక్క కర్తవ్యాన్ని విస్మరించటం చేత మానవత్వం యొక్క దివ్యత్వమును కోల్పోతూ ఉన్నాడు. Man has been losing the significance of the divine life that he is entitled to because he is not thinking on the proper lines. అర్థం లేనటువంటి మాటల చేత కాలమును వ్యర్థపరిచి తాము ఏదో ఘనకార్యములు ఆచరించినట్టుగా విశ్వసిస్తున్నాడు మానవుడు. Man has been wasting time indulging in talk which does not have any sense at all, claiming that he has been doing a number of things. సేవ ఒక పదునైన కత్తి వంటిది. Service may be compared to a sharp-edged knife or sword. ఈ కత్తి యొక్క సంగతి చక్కగా గుర్తించినటువంటి వ్యక్తి యొక్క చేతి అందే ఉండినప్పుడు ఇది గొప్ప ఉపకారము గావిస్తుంది. Only when such a powerful sharp instrument is in the hands of people who know how to use it, it will be immensely useful. కానీ కత్తి యొక్క స్థితిగతులు గుర్తించినటువంటి వారి చేతిలో ఇది గొప్ప అపకారంనే చేస్తుంది. On the other hand, if it is in the hands of a person who does not know how to use it, then it will do a lot of harm. కత్తిని ఏ విధంగా ఉపయోగించుకోవాలి? How should one make use of the sword? ఎట్టి కార్యములను దీన్ని వినియోగపెట్టుకోవాలి? In what types of work should he use this? దీనిని ఏ రీతిగా పట్టుకోవాలి అనేటువంటి ఒక విషయాన్ని మొట్టమొదట గుర్తించాలి. In the very first instance, he has to recognize all these things along with how to hold such a powerful knife or sword. కర్మ కూడాను అంతే. The same thing is true of even action. ఈ కర్మను మనం ఏ విధంగా ఉపయోగపెట్టాలి? How should we make use of our own power to act? ఏ సమయ సందర్భములందు దీనిని సద్వినియోగం చేయాలి? In what circumstances and situation should we use it to justify and sanctify the action? దీని యొక్క మంచి చెడ్డలు ఏమిటి అని చక్కగా గుర్తించినటువంటి వారే ఈ కర్మకాండలో కాలు పెట్టాలి. What are the advantages and disadvantages and merits and demerits of action? Only such people should undertake action. కర్మతత్వాన్ని గుర్తించలేనటువంటి వ్యక్తులు ఇట్టి కర్మకాండ యందు ప్రవేశపడి స్వార్థరహితమైనటువంటి సేవలకు దూరమై పూర్తి స్వార్థము స్వప్రయోజనములందే తమ కాలమును అంకితం గావించడం చేతనే సేవ యొక్క విలువ సన్నగిల్లిపోయింది. People who do not know the secret of work enter into work and undertake work, and therefore the sanctity of action and work is spoiled. కనుకనే సేవకు ప్రప్రథమంలో దానికి తగినటువంటి గుణములు మన యందు ఉన్నవా లేదా అనేటువంటి ఆత్మ విచారణ జరపాలి. It is in this context we must make a self inquiry to find out whether we have all the requisites and qualifications to undertake service activity. దీనికి ప్రధానమైనటువంటి గుణములు దయ, వినయము, త్యాగము. The important qualifications which one should have for undertaking service activities: compassion, humility and courage. ఇట్టి గుణములు ఉండినటువంటి వ్యక్తి మాత్రమే సేవయందు పాల్గొని స్వార్థరహితమైనటువంటి యొక్క సేవను సలిపి జగత్తుకు ఆదర్శవంతమైనటువంటి మార్గాన్ని అందించగలడు. Only those people who have these qualities and qualifications can undertake service activity and hold themselves and their actions as an example for the world. అహంకారము చేత, ఆడంబరముల చేత, అభిమానము చేత ఇందులో ప్రవేశించినటువంటి వ్యక్తి ఏమాత్రము కూడాను సేవను చేయలేడు. A person who is given to egoistic feelings and ostentatious behavior and attachment can never undertake service activity and perform it well. అహంకారము చేత మానవత్వాన్ని విస్మరిస్తాడు మానవుడు. Man gives up his very human nature itself on account of egoism. అభిమానము చేత పశుత్వాన్ని పొందుతాడు. On account of attachment he develops animal feelings and animal qualities in him. ఆడంబరము చేత కేవలము ఒక విధమైనటువంటి కృత్రిమమైనటువంటి ఒక జీవితంగా గడుపుతాడు. On account of showy nature and ostentatious behavior he becomes artificial in his actions. కనుక ఆడంబరం ఉండినంత కాలము, అహంకారంలో మానవుని యందు చేరినంత కాలం కూడాను వీనికి ఆత్మవిశ్వాసము లభించదు. So long as a person has this ostentatious behavior and ego sense, he can never develop self-confidence in him. ఆత్మవిశ్వాసము లేనటువంటి వానికి అన్నియు సందేహములే. For a person who does not have self-confidence, every step he is faced with a doubt. ఇలాంటి సంశయములు కలిగినటువంటి వాడు తనను తానే నమ్మలేడు. A person who is given to such doubts can never have faith in himself. తనను తాను నమ్మనటువంటి వ్యక్తి ఇతరులు ఏ రీతిగా నమ్మగలడు? A person who does not believe himself, how can he have trust in others? తనను నమ్మక ఇతరులు నమ్మలేనటువంటి వ్యక్తి ఈ సమాజంలో సేవను ఏ రీతిగా సాగించగలడు? A person who has neither faith in himself nor belief and trust in others, how can he undertake service activity in the society? మొట్టమొదట సేవలో పాల్గొనుటకు ఉత్సాహపడేటువంటి వ్యక్తులు అహంకారాన్ని నిర్మూలన చేయాలి. Therefore, in the very first instance, this egoism must be destroyed by people who want to undertake ఆడంబరమైన వృత్తులకు సమాధి కట్టాలి. They should put an end to this ostentatious behavior and show. అభిమానాన్ని ఆవల నెట్టాలి. They should remove attachment. సేవలో అహంకారం పోవటమే దీని యొక్క ప్రథమ కర్తవ్యము. The very first instance, he has to remove ego sense when undertaking service activity. అహంకారం పోయినప్పుడే వినయం ప్రాప్తిస్తుంది. Only when one gives up egotism, one can develop humility. వినయవంతుడే సమాజ సేవలో పాల్గొనుటకు అధికారి అవుతాడు. Only a person who has humility has the authority to undertake social work. కనుకనే ప్రతి మానవుని యందు ఉండినటువంటి యొక్క దివ్య శక్తి ఏకత్వమైనటువంటి అని భావించి ఏకాత్మ భావాన్ని అభివృద్ధి పరచుకోవాలి. One has to recognize the fact that in every human being the same divinity is existing, and with that unifying sense he can undertake action. ఏకాత్మ భావన లేనంత వరకు కూడాను మానవుడు ఈ సేవకు అధికారి కాలేడు. So long as he doesn't recognize the same underlying divinity existing in everyone, he would never be able to have the authority to undertake. సేవకుడు కాక నాయకుడు కాలేడు. Without becoming a servant, he can never become a good leader. ఈనాడు సేవా విధానమును గుర్తించలేనటువంటి వ్యక్తులే నాయకులు కావటం చేతనే లోకం ఈ విధమైనటువంటి అల్లకల్లోలములకు ఆలవాలమైంది. Today the world has become to such a chaotic condition because people who do not know how to serve others have become leaders. సేవ అనేటువంటి పదము రెండు అక్షరములు అయినప్పటికీ అందులో మహత్తరమైనటువంటి అఖండమైనటువంటి అనంతమైనటువంటి అర్థం కూడి ఉంటున్నది. The word service consists of two syllables, say and wa, but it is pregnant with meaning. తనను తాను మరచి దైవత్వం యొక్క చింతను హృదయమునందు ప్రతిష్ఠింపజేసుకొని సర్వాత్మ భావం చేత సలిపినటువంటి క్రియలకే సేవ అని సార్థకం.
Only such actions which are performed, forgetting oneself entirely, recognizing the divinity existing everywhere and in everyone, such actions alone can be called service.
ఎవరికో పరులకు సేవ చేస్తున్నారనేటువంటి భావము మనలో ఏమాత్రము ఉండరాదు.
We should never have the feeling that we are serving someone else, some other.
సర్వకర్మ భగవత్ ప్రీత్యార్థమనేటువంటి యొక్క భావము చేత త్యాగము చేత సేవలు సల్పాలి.
With a feeling that everything is offered as an offering at the lotus feet, one has to undertake service activity.
అయితే అలాంటి త్యాగ భావము చేత సేవలు సల్పేటువంటి వ్యక్తులు ఎంతమంది గలరు?
How many people are there who perform service activity with that sense of sacrifice?
లేకపోలేదు.
There are quite a large number of people.
పల్లెల యొక్క సేవ చాలా ప్రధానమైనటువంటిది.
Service is a very important thing.
ఏ అనుకూలములు లేక అనేక కష్టములకు నష్టములకు గురి అయి ఆరోగ్యములు చెడుపుకొని తమరు కేవలము ఒక అనాధార స్థితిలో ఉంటుండేటువంటి సమయంలో వారికి సహాయం చేయటము, వారికి సేవలు గావించటము, వారికి తగినటువంటి యొక్క చేదోడు వాదోడుగా మనం నిల్చడము ఇది అత్యవసరము.
In the rural areas, there are people who are helpless, who no one is there who would attend their requirements. Realizing this particular problem, undertaking activity which would be helpful to them is very important.
అయితే ఈ యొక్క సేవలలో వారికి సహాయపడుటకు మనకు మొట్టమొదట మన గుణములను మనం చక్కదిద్దుకోవాలి.
But one thing we have to remember is we have to make our own character all right.
నీతి నిజాయితీలు ఎలాంటివి అని మొట్టమొదట మనం గుర్తించాలి.
We have to recognize what is the importance attached to morality and truth in the land of Bharat.
దేశమునకు దేన్నైనా త్యాగం చేయడానికి సిద్ధంగా ఉంటుండాలి.
We should be prepared to sacrifice anything for the sake of the country.
దేశమంటే కేవలం మట్టి కాదని మానవులని భ్రమించాలి.
We have to remember that when we say country, it doesn't consist of mud.
మానవులకు స్వల్ప సేవనే మాధవ సేవగా మనం భావించాలి.
We have to feel that service to the humanity is service to God.
ప్రాచీన కాలము నుండి కూడాను లోక సమస్త సుఖినో భవంతు అన్నటువంటి సూత్రాన్ని ఆధారం చేసుకుని ఆ నాటి ఋషులు, మునులు, పెద్దలు, రాజులు ఇలాంటి సేవలో పాల్గొంటూ వచ్చారు.
From ancient times, believing that the welfare of all the countries and all the lands is very important, those sages, saints and kings undertook service activity.
మనం చేసేటువంటి ప్రతి చిన్న కార్యం కూడా తాత్కాలికమైనటువంటి తృప్తులతో మనం జీవితాన్ని వ్యర్థం చేయకూడదు.
Whatever small activity we undertake, we should not rest satisfied by mere small useless satisfaction.
ఈనాటి తాత్కాలికమైనటువంటి సేవలన్నీ కూడాను కేవలం దీపావళి పండుగ రోజు చిచ్చుబుడ్లని ఉంటాయి చూడండి, బుస్సను పైకి పోవటం, తస్సను దిగిపోవటం. ఈ విధమైనటువంటి యొక్క సేవల్లో మనం ఏనాటి కూడాను ఫలితాలు సాధించలేము.
The service activity undertaken today may be compared to certain types of crackers which are so temporary, which are burnt of course during Deepavali season, very temporary in nature.
మనం ఈనాడు నంబర్స్ వేసుకుంటున్నాం, అంత క్వాంటిటీ 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 5,000, 6,000 గ్రామాల సేవ చేస్తున్నామని ఈ క్వాంటిటీని మనం చూడకూడదు.
Today we are satisfying ourselves only with numbers, counting 5,000, 6,000, 20,000 and 30,000. Quantity should not give us the satisfaction.
ఈ స్టాటిస్టిక్స్ అంతా కూడా మూల పెట్టాలి.
We should put aside all these statistics.
ఆచరణ రూపమైనటువంటి క్రియలో మనం నడుము కట్టాలి.
We have to gird up our loins and undertake activity on the basis of our practice.
ఇన్ని గ్రామములు అన్ని గ్రామములు అనేటువంటి ఒక నంబరే మనం మర్చిపోవాలి.
We should forget the number of villages, this number or that.
ఎంత చేతనైతే, ఎంత శక్తి ఉంటే అన్ని గ్రామాలకు మనం చేస్తూ పోవాలి.
To the extent that we are capable of, wholeheartedly we should undertake the work in villages which is according to our
కానీ ఇంతకాలం కూడాను సేవలు జరుగుతూనే ఉన్నాయి, అది సంతోషించవలసినటువంటి విషయమే.
Service activity has been going on in the villages so far. Well, that we must be happy about it in a way.
కానీ దానితో అంత తృప్తి కలగటం లేదు.
But that is not going to give us that amount of satisfaction.
మొట్టమొదట సాయి సంస్థల లోపల ఈ ఆడంబరాన్ని కట్టిపెట్టాలి.
In the very first instance, in Sathya Sai organizations, we should put an end to the verbose, highly egoistic.
మాట్లాడేటువంటి వాడు పని చేయడు.
A person who talks much doesn't work.
పని చేసేటువంటి వాడు మాట్లాడు.
A person who works doesn't talk.
కనుక ఎవరు మాట్లాడుతున్నారో వాళ్ళు పని చేయని వాళ్ళే.
Therefore, people who indulge in talking are not doing any work.
ఫలితం కోసం సేవ చేసేటువంటి వాడు పనివాడు అవుతాడు కానీ యజమానుడు కాదు.
A person who tries to satisfy others and works may be compared to a servant, but he is not the master.
కనుక ఏ ఫలాన్ని కూడా మనం ఆశించకుండా పనిలో ప్రవేశపెట్టాలి.
We should undertake work without expecting any fruits thereof.
కనుక మనం ఫలితాన్ని ఆశించకుండా నిస్వార్థమైనటువంటి భావం చేత నిరహంకారమైనటువంటి ఒక తత్వం చేత మనం సేవల్లో పాల్గొనాలి.
We should undertake service activity without expecting any fruits thereof, with a selfless attitude and approach.
ఈ ఫలితమును ఏనాడు మనం త్యాగం చేస్తామో ఆనాడే మనలో సేవాభావం అభివృద్ధి ఉంటుంది.
Only when we sacrifice the fruits of action do we develop the service sense properly.
మన స్టేట్ ఒక్కొక్క స్టేట్ గా ఉంటుండాలి. రాష్ట్రము,
There are different states.
ఈ రాష్ట్రంలో అనేక పల్లెలు యందు సేవలు చేశారు.
In all these states, in a number of villages, service activity has been undertaken.
ఈ సేవ అనేటువంటిది కేవలం ఎవరికో చేస్తున్నామనేటువంటి ఒక పిచ్చి భావాన్ని మీ నుంచి దూరం చేసుకోవాలి.
We should remove from our mind the bad feeling of the mad feeling
మీకు మీరు సేవ చేసుకుంటున్నామనేటువంటి విశాల భావాన్ని మీరు అనుభవించాలి.
that we are doing service to someone else. We will have to think that service is done for
ఎవరికి ఏమి అనానుకూలం చేసినా కానీ తనకు తాను అనుకూలమైనట్టుగా భావించాలి.
whatever inconvenience is caused to anyone, it must be considered as inconvenience caused to
ఆ
yourself.
విధమైనటువంటి సేవలో మీరు పాల్గొని
You will have to undertake such kind of service activity.
ఇన్ని అన్ని అనేటువంటి నంబర్లు మీరు విసర్జించి
You would give up the numbers, thus and thus.
ఇది నా కర్తవ్యము అనేటువంటి దీంట్లో మీరు పాల్గొనాలి.
You have to consider that as your duty and undertake the service activity.
తాను బాధ్యత వహించటం చేతనే ఎంతైనా కూడా అభివృద్ధి కావడానికి వీలవుతుంది.
Only when he undertakes such responsibility, it is possible to develop the villages.
అలాంటి చేతగానటువంటి వాడు మాకు చేత కాదని చెప్పాలి.
If a person is not capable of that kind of work, he has to confess that he cannot.
సాయి కేవలం క్వాలిటీని కోరుతున్నాడు కానీ క్వాంటిటీని కోరటం లేదు.
Sai always desires quality. He never wants quantity.
సాయి నాకు ఇది చేయలేదు, అది చేయలేదు, ఇది చేయలేదు అని సాయిని మాత్రమే అంటారు కానీ సాయికి మీరు ఏం చేశారు?
You go on finding fault with Sai, telling Sai has not done this for me, Sai has not done that for me. What have you done for Sai?
నీవు చేసిండేది నువ్వు చెప్పు చూద్దాం. ఏమీ చేయటం లేదు. ప్రతి ఏది చేసినప్పటికీ నీ స్వార్థము స్వప్రయోజనము, స్వార్థము స్వప్రయోజనము అంతే తప్ప సాయికి చేసిండేటువంటి పని ఏమిటి?
First you tell me what you have done for Sai. Or everything you have done only for your own selfishness and for your own selfish interest.
సాయి ఆశించినటువంటి యొక్క నిస్వార్థమైన సేవలు నువ్వు చేయి, నీకు సర్వమును సాయి అనుగ్రహిస్తాడు.
You perform the service which Sai wants in a selfless way. Sai is going to confer on you everything that you want.
ప్రేమ స్వరూపులారా,
Embodiments of divine love.
స్వామి ఇంత కఠినంగా చెప్తున్నాడు అనేటువంటి విషయంలో మీరు ఏమాత్రమూ బాధపడకూడదు.
You should not feel bad or hurt because
నిజముగా మనలోని దోషములు చెప్పేటువంటి వాడే నిజమైన గురువు.
Swami is telling these things harshly. In fact, only he is a true guru who tells things.
మన దోషాలన్నీ కూడా నువ్వు కేవలం కప్పిపుచ్చినటువంటి వాడే మహాద్రోహి.
He may be considered as a treacherous fellow who tries to deceive us by hiding our own defects.
ముఖ్యంగా మన సత్యసాయి సంస్థల యందు ఏ సంస్థ అయినా కానీ అహంకారము, ఆడంబరము, అభిమానము ఈ మూడు ఉంటే మనం పని చేయలేము.
Primarily and basically, in all the wings of Sathya Sai organization, we should be free from all egotism, all show and all attachments.
ఈ మూడింటిని త్యాగం చేసినటువంటి వాడే సరైన సేవలో పాల్గొనడానికి అధికారి అవుతాడు.
Only that person who sacrifices all these things can get the authority to undertake service activity
కనుక
properly.
స్వామి చెప్పినటువంటి విషయములంతా కూడాను మా మంచి కోసం అనేటువంటి భావమును మీరు తలంచుకొని తద్వారా జరిగిపోయినటువంటి అంతా మరచి రాబోయేటువంటి యొక్క జీవితానికి తగినటువంటి ఆదర్శంగా మీరు నిరూపించాలని నేను ఆశిస్తూ ఆశీర్వదిస్తూ నా ప్రసంగాన్ని విరమిస్తున్నాను.
Whatever Swami has said is in the best interest and the welfare of all of you. And you'll have to take this in this particular spirit, forget the past mistakes and past lives, undertake the activity, keeping in view all that Swami has just said in future and sanctifies your lives. Thus Swami is getting his discourse to a close.
भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, हरि भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, हरि नाम बिना आनंद नहीं, हरि नाम बिना आनंद नहीं, हरि भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, जप ध्यान बिना संयोग नहीं, जप प्रभु दर्श बिना प्रज्ञान नहीं, दया कर्म बिना सत्कर्म नहीं, भगवान बिना कोई अपना नहीं, हरि नाम बिना परमात्मा नहीं, हरि नाम बिना परमात्मा नहीं, हरि भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, हरि भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, हरि नाम बिना आनंद नहीं, हरि नाम बिना आनंद नहीं, हरि भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, हरि भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, हरि भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, हरि भजन बिना सुख
साई पादाम्बुजं भज रे मानस निरन्तरम्, सत्य साई पादाम्बुजं भज रे मानस निरन्तरम्, परम पवित्रं पावन चरणं, परम पवित्रं पावन चरणं, कलिमलदहनं श्रीगुरुचरणं कलिमलदहनं श्रीगुरुचरणं भवभयनाशन दुरितनिवारण भवभयनाशन दुरितनिवारण पतिपुरीश्वर पङ्कजचरणं पतिपुरीश्वर पङ्कजचरणं भज रे मानस निरन्तरं भज भज रे मानस निरन्तरम् सत्य साई पादाम्बुजं भज रे मानस निरन्तरम् परम पवित्रं पावनचरणं कलिमलदहनं श्रीगुरुचरणं भवभयनाशन दुरितनिवारण पतिपुरीश्वर पङ्कजचरणं भज रे मानस निरन्तरं भज भज रे मानस निरन्तरं भज भज रे मानस निरन्तरं भज भज रे मानस निरन्तरं सत्य साई पादाम्बुजं भज रे मानस निरन्तरम्
सत्य साई स्मरणं स्मरणं परति साई स्मरणं सत्य साई स्मरणं स्मरणं परति साई स्मरणं त्रिभुवन पालक साई महेशा सत्य साई स्मरणं त्रिभुवन पालक साई महेशा सत्य साई स्मरणं सत्य साई स्मरणं स्मरणं परति साई स्मरणं श्री गुरुचरणं भवदुःखहरणं श्री गुरुचरणं भवदुःखहरणं श्री गुरुचरणं भवदुःखहरणं साई स्मरणं सत्य साई स्मरणं स्मरणं परति साई स्मरणं त्रिभुवन पालक साई महेशा सत्य साई स्मरणं सत्य साई स्मरणं स्मरणं परति साई स्मरणं श्री गुरुचरणं भवदुःखहरणं सत्य साई स्मरणं स्मरणं सत्य साई स्मरणं स्मरणं सत्य साई स्मरणं सत्य साई स्मरणं स्मरणं परति साई स्मरणं
साई हमारा हम साई के ऐसा प्रेम हमारा
साई हमारा हम साई के ऐसा प्रेम हमारा
साई हमारा हम साई के ऐसा प्रेम हमारा साई राम हमारा साई राम हमारा साई राम हमारा साई राम हमारा सत्य साई है नाम तुम्हारा शिरडी साई अवतारा हिंदू मुस्लिम सिख ईसाई सबका पालनहारा साई राम हमारा साई राम हमारा साई राम हमारा साई राम हमारा साई हमारा हम साई के ऐसा प्रेम हमारा साई राम हमारा साई राम हमारा
भजना संरक्षक पति महेश्वरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपते स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते आश्रित कल्पलतिका आपद्बान्धवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे माता पिता गुरुदैवं मरियन्तयो नीवे स्वामी मरियन्तयो नीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नागेन्द्राशयना ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप जय श्री साई महादेवा सत्य साई महादेवा मंगल आरती अंधको मंगल गिरिधारी ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा
नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा ओम शांति 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 समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ओम शांति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।
Om Shri Sai Ram. Invoking Bhagwan's divine blessings on the occasion of Sri Sathya Sai Aradhana Mahotsavam, lunch prasadam will be served from 11 o'clock onwards in the special lunch counters which has been set up on the grounds behind the north block inside the ashram. All devotees are requested to partake the Mahaprasadam. Sai Ram.
ఓం శ్రీ సాయిరామ్. స్వామివారి దివ్యానుగ్రహ ఆశీస్సులతో శ్రీ సత్యసాయి ఆరాధన మహోత్సవం సందర్భంగా ఈ ఉదయం 11 గంటల నుండి ఆశ్రమ ఆవరణలో ఉన్నటువంటి నార్త్ బ్లాక్ వెనుక ఏర్పాటు చేయబడిన ప్రత్యేక పందిర్లి అందు భోజన ప్రసాదం అందజేయబడును. భక్తులందరూ స్వామివారి మహాప్రసాదాన్ని స్వీకరించ ప్రార్థన. జై సాయిరామ్.
ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वप्रचोदयात्।